Hello everybody, how are you doing this fine day? I hope it's just as fine where you are. Well, this is a boxing prediction video, of course. And next upcoming Saturday, alright. Yeah, let's go straight to the first fight. Juan Francisco Estrada actually is fighting, but in a non-title fight, against the guy who is called R.E. Cortez from Mexico. Yeah, that's right. Well, this is a quite strange fight because, Estrada is the reigning champion, unified champion, even WBA, WBC at super flyweight. So, this fight, I don't know what the purpose is. Actually, it says the WBC franchise title and the ring title are at stake. That's weird. Well, anyway, yeah. Maybe I guess they thought since he's had quite a few top level fights recently, Chocolatito Gonzalez was his last fight, and he hasn't had a fight actually this year yet. The Chocolatito fight was in March last year, and then he had Carlos Cuadras, Sri Saket, yeah, Dwayne Beeman. So now he needs a so-called wind down fight, a stay busy fight. Yeah, obviously. I don't know why he hasn't had any other before this until now. I mean, this year. Well, anyway, he's a big, he's a huge favorite here. And this guy Cortez got 2 losses on points, 23 wins and 2 draws, 10 knockouts. He's not a really, huge puncher, I guess. Or maybe he just isn't a good finisher. Who knows? I really haven't seen him fight yet, so I cannot tell. But yeah, I mean, I reckon this will not probably not go the distance because this seems to be a big gap, in class here simply. So Estrada, I reckon, will win this rather easily, handily, and will get the stoppage. Even though he's a little bit ring rusty, but this is still not an opponent that's on his level, So this will, I reckon, end like, sorry, well, within 8 rounds, but probably before that. Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right. I see in the same card, Jelena Marjanovic is fighting actually. Wow, I didn't know she was still fighting. And it's for the WBA title actually. She's actually listed as inactive on Boxer, but still she has a fight coming up. I don't get that. Oh, it's a rematch, right? All right, of a fight she lost on a technical decision. Erica Cruz Hernandez. Well, I'm not gonna say how that's gonna go anyway. Yeah. All right. Moving on. We got also Liam Smith fighting Hassan Mwakinyo. At Echo Arena, Liverpool. Great thing for him to be fighting at home. Liam Smith. The obligatory sneeze. Yeah, so Mr. Liam Smith, beefy. I like Liam Smith a lot as a fighter, and he's a he's a guy who, well, maybe not the most talented of the Smith brothers, but he's a really hard-working fighter. Really, true warrior all out. He goes all out. His fights tries to score a knockout. And the last two fights he was impressive. After he lost to Kurbano last year, he won against Anthony Fowler and Jesse Vargas both times by TKO. So now he's facing somebody who he definitely can beat also. Hassan Mwakinyo, I heard of him before, but haven't really followed him. But he's already got two losses, even though he beat Julius Sindongo in his last fight. But Sindongo is really shot for. He's shot by now, so he was impressive in stopping Indongo in 4 rounds. But as I said before that, Indongo was stopped by Yellousino, but yeah, Prograde, Regis Prograde, Terence Crawford. So yeah, it's not really a big achievement, but it's a good victory for Mwakinyo anyway. He's 22-0 with 14 knockouts. And Leon Smith is 31 3-1 with 18 knockouts. Yeah, I mean, Leon Smith is not a really, you know, huge puncher, but he's got, accumulation power. And Mwakinyo, he looks like he may have possessed some kind of, you know, bigger kind of power. Because I see now he also, before that, ended one fight with a single left hook. But that was a lower level fight anyway. Anyway, I think this is a good fight for Smith, just to keep himself busy and, keep himself tested. But he should really prevail here. He should win this fight, definitely. I really don't see him losing unless he should get caught, by a big punch or something. But he's a tough guy, he's really all those Smith brothers are. So I think Smith, probably, I don't know, maybe, probably he wins some points this time. But if there's a chance, of course, he can score a stoppage as well. But this guy, Mwakinyo, was only stopped once and very early in his career, in his third fight actually. And after that, he only lost 1 points one more time. So yeah, hmm. And Mwakinyo is 27, so actually Leon Smith is the older guy by 7 years actually, but still that should not be that much. So as I said, Smith I think wins on points here. All right, yeah. Then we have another card in the USA, I believe, which is going to be interesting to cover. Yeah, it was. We had Luis Ortiz against Andy Ruiz. That's right. That's the one, baby. On the same card, there's also Charles Martin fighting and Abner Maris. But I'm not gonna do that. Well, anyway, Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. It's nice to see Andy back, again, even though in his last fight he wasn't very impressive. I don't know really what happened. I expected him just to do a lot better against Chris Ariola, who is so sharp-born. But anyway, I guess he just wasn't at his best. It just was a bad night for him, I guess. So yeah, Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz, this is a fight between two heavy guys. Even though Ortiz is taller, of course, but not by that much, I guess. Even though some people say that Andy Ruiz is 6 feet tall, not 6'2", I don't know. Anyway, Ortiz is already at 43, so won in his last fight. He beat Charles Martin, for instance, after being down twice. He put him down twice in the sixth round. That was a good fight. So yeah, but still, I think by now she is past his prime, and getting knocked out twice by Deontay Wilder, it does damage, to a fighter definitely. So he can beat, he can still beat guys, like Martin, but not somebody that's so good. I mean, if Andy, sorry, Andy Ruiz, they say he's lost quite a bit of weight since his last fight. If he comes in, at his best, then I have no doubt that he beats Ortiz, Luis Ortiz. But that's the thing, you never know which version of Reese comes out. And yeah, until he lost to Joshua in the second fight, he was only had one very disputed loss to Joseph Parker. So he was, hungry. That he was very pretty impressive. But then last year, I don't know what happened. But I hope now that he is much better shape because he cannot afford to come in against a guy like Ortiz, such a dangerous puncher who also he can box as well. That's the problem. Ariola doesn't know how to box, but Ortiz can, So he'll have to be, really on his toes, on his best to beat King Kong Ortiz. Yeah, definitely. And for Ortiz, the best chance to win, I guess, is to try and take a result, because I don't think he has enough stamina, and all that to really uh, go 12 rounds and dominate the fight enough to win on points. So uh, Ruiz actually has proven himself, despite his weight, that he has the adequate amount of stamina to do well in the late rounds also. So yeah. Yeah, of course, of the two, Ortiz has the power to end this quickly, while Ruiz has the hand speed advantage, and in general, the movement, the speed, he's a little bit still, he's a little smaller, a little, less heavy set than Ortiz, so, and also quite a bit younger, So I think Ruiz should actually take this fight, win, but maybe not by stoppage, also rather by decision. Yeah, it wouldn't be safe for him to go for a knockout. I think definitely. So yeah, this is my prediction that this fight will be a close one. I believe. Yeah, quite close competitive. But in the later rounds, Ortiz will start to gas, and then Ruiz will take over. If he survives Ortiz's best onslaughts, his best punches, if he manages to avoid them or take them, then he's got a really good chance to beat him, by a late surge, Ruiz. Yeah. So my prediction is Andy Ruiz wins on points. Even I can see maybe a stoppage in the late rounds, maybe. But Ruiz hasn't really had. I don't know if he's had any so far. No, I don't see it. So he's a guy who he scores knockouts like by just by very being very fast and aggressive. So yeah. Well, anyway, that's my prediction. most likely Andy Ruiz will win on points. So that would be all for this time. Until next time, bye bye.